I don't care if you're Matt Choi. I don't care if you're Bill Gates. I don't care if you're Barack Obama.
I'm humbled, man. I appreciate it. Hey, good luck on Sunday, okay?
He said I'm humbled, man. Okay, clearly he's not a humble guy. I mean, it's right, dude. Don't have two e-bikes out on the New York City Marathon course when you're running a 2:56 marathon pace. Enter this guy. The whole way this video, they're like making a joke of this almost.
E-bikes on the course with the runners.
You get what I'm saying, Matt Choi?
All right, this is my response and reaction to Matt Choi's I got banned from the New York City Marathon apology video. I don't think it's really not an apology video, in my opinion. If you don't know, Matt Choi, a fitness running influencer sort of guy, was banned from the New York City Marathon a few weeks ago for having not one, but two e-bikes on the course, obstructing the path of many runners on the course, simply to video Matt Choi's race. Let's take it from the top here.
They don't allow e-bikes on the course with the runners.
You get what I'm saying, Matt Choi? You're not that important and nobody cares. That's what I'm saying. Just run the race like everybody else.
And so he starts this video by immediately just pulling up all these TikTok clips of people saying, hey, you screwed up, you did something wrong. Like, I don't know his approach here. He's making a whole sort of production out of his own wrongdoing. Just a bad start overall. I don't know what he's getting at with this approach.
Dude, Wall Street Journal, People, I mean, it's literally everywhere, bro.
He sets up a camera. This is after the race, obviously. He has a camera set up across from himself just for him to be like, oh, like the Wall Street Journal, man, this is huge. They're all talking about this. It's just not authentic. Like, what happened to the bare bones camera and face apology of what you did was wrong? Like, this whole video, man,
Ultimately, we took it too far on Sunday.
And so he does apologize. He says we took it too far on Sunday. The way he's broken out this video, so now he's going through kind of like a few days leading up to the race, what he did, try to establish his status in the running influencer community to show that, like, how much he's done for the sport and how much he's involved before he did what he did. So
Thank you so much. Amazing. Good luck on Sunday, okay? Thank you so much. Thank you for volunteering. You're the best.
And the fact that he's showing like all these positive experiences he's having with the runners here at the expo or whatever, it's what are you doing, dude? It's just read the room. It's not the place to be showing this.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. Of course, bro. Of course. I'm a big follower of you, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm humbled, man. I appreciate it. Hey, good luck on Sunday, okay?
He said I'm humbled, man. Okay, clearly he's not a humble guy if he's having e-bikes on the course for the sole purpose of recording himself while putting other runners at risk.
First YouTube video. We're back at it here.
All right, so he shows kind of like the fact that he's been doing this content creation thing, influencer thing for a while, shows flashback of some old clips, whatever, just to show that he's no newbie who screwed up. He's been doing this for a while, and it's been a work in the making, but I'll skip by that really quick, whatever.
I mean, when I first started, it was always just literally only selfie POV iPhone footage. As I've gone through the years of just testing and trying to figure out different ways to create and to produce better content, it's led me down the path of, like, obviously utilizing bikes, utilizing other cameras on the course. And
like, why? Like, what's the point?
I mean, I think
first and foremost, I want to say that there's nothing wrong with trying to put the best content out there that you can. Matt Choi makes a good point. You're always trying to improve, put out better content. But there comes a point where you go so above and beyond with tripods and cameras and e-bikes, and it gets to a point where it's not authentic. And really, your race performance and your running is going to suffer at the extent of getting all these crazy good shots, all the hours spent editing and trying to make the perfect video, that sort of thing. And it's almost an insult to the sport at some extent, especially when your videography methods come at the expense of the safety of other runners.
For me, it's just been, I wanted to capture more raw moments that happen during a marathon, during a course, because I feel like what people show isn't the actual experience.
Okay, so you're not going to be able to capture a very good raw moment when you're running a 3-hour, 2:56 marathon pace during the New York City Marathon. I mean, let's just be realistic. There's so many people in that pack, like right around 2:50 to 3 hours. At the New York City Marathon, there was like 56,000 people who finished the race. There's so many people in that pack. You're not going to be able, I mean, just be realistic here. You're not going to be able to capture a raw, authentic, painful mile 20 moment when there's hundreds of other people around.
I think that marathons and I think running is it's even more spectacular than people can imagine. The goal's always been to inspire people to get into the sport, to be more involved in the community, because all the benefits that are in it that I've got to experience that transformed my life.
And to come out here and say the message is truly and solely only to promote running and to get other people out there, well, you're not doing a good job because you're doing stupid stuff like putting e-bikes on the New York City Marathon course. Matt makes a surprise appearance at a local shakeout run. I mean, this production's like he's a celebrity. Remember this guy. The whole way this video, they're like making a joke of this almost. So he's at this Runna thing, which is probably some gimmicky running app that, you know, pays him thousands of dollars each month to promote. That's alleged. I don't know for sure. And this will be Matt's last event with Runna. He didn't know that yet, though. Oh my God, this is so overdone. And so they're trying to establish credibility again. He's on a panel chat with Olympian Colin Quigley. You know, what would Matt Choi ever do anything wrong? He's this great, outstanding citizen. I mean, they put him on a freaking panel for heaven's sakes. Like, there's no way what he did was that bad, right? Meet and greet, yada, yada, yada. It's part of all this stuff. Race starts 16 hours. Let's get back into the juicy stuff.
I won't lie, I've gone through your Instagram comments. They're rough.
Yeah.
How are you feeling with all that?
It's 100% justifiable. Clearly we disrupted the race and people have something to say about it. And it's unfortunate how much negativity is happening in the comments, because most times that's not what the comments look like typically.
I think responding to that with a simple, you know, yeah, it's justified. I cannot blame anybody. What we did was wrong would be fine. I'm not sure why he tries to, he says what we did was wrong, but he's trying to add a second side to the story here.
Seeing people have such harsh opinions on something that, whether they experience it or not, or they just want to have their feedback on the sideline, it sucks, dude. Like, I don't think...
Yeah, but it's justified. I mean, it's right, dude. Don't have two e-bikes out on the New York City Marathon course when you're running a 2:56 marathon pace. You're not that fast. Even if you were running a 2:10 marathon, it's still probably not right. But 2:56, bro. Like, you're not some special guy who deserves special treatment.
I think any creator makes content so they could be ridiculed or hated on.
Thank you, Catherine Obvious.
There's positivity happening in there too. It's flooded with a bunch of stuff right now. And
I don't see, quite frankly, much positivity in any of this, but...
The amount of value the guy brings, the true value... Did he f*** up? Yeah. But, like, to put him in a position like that as, like, a scapegoat for, like, you know, NYRR, it's like, it's actually so dumb and filthy, dude. I'm so angry. I'm so angry.
These bikers were in the way of other runners. Also, if I'm not mistaken, you can't even have somebody, like, running next to you who's spectating.
I will say this. Matt Choi, he's brought hundreds, probably thousands of runners into the community. He's gotten people out from their couch to start running. That's a great thing. You cannot argue with that. Like, he screwed up. It doesn't mean he's immortal. It doesn't mean he's immune to normal consequences that a normal person would get. I don't care if you're Matt Choi. I don't care if you're Bill Gates. I don't care if you're Barack Obama. You screwed up.
Have you heard from your family at all in regards to this stuff?
yeah, I mean, so many texts. I mean, I talked to my mom and she's obviously disappointed. I don't think it's how she thought I was going to make some of these mainstream articles.
At the end of the day, We're talking about a guy who had some e-bikes on a marathon course. We're not talking about a double homicide. We're not talking about terrible allegations of crime or whatnot. But what he did was wrong. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. And so Matt Choi, I think you screwed up. I think you should have apologized well better than this. At the end of the day, you're a human. What you're doing in a lot of ways is great, but what you're doing in a lot of ways also isn't that great. And you're not held to some special standard again. But I will say, there are worse things that a human can do.
Yeah, like the intent wasn't in a malicious place, but like...
I'm not saying the intent was in a malicious place. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying it was just stupid. And you have to have a better reaction to why you got caught for this. You had to have known it was coming. It was stupid. I'm not saying it was a malicious, he was trying to hurt or he was trying to purposely harm other runners. No. So I'm going to fast forward through a little bit of this.
Would your sibling do a whole marathon just to like help you take videos?
Tough one.
I'm really curious how the actual bikers felt about it. I guess it was his brother and his videographer who were the two people on the e-bikes. I'm curious how what was going through their head during this whole thing. Did they not think, hey, man, maybe we shouldn't be out here around all these people and maybe we shouldn't be doing this? Like,
I gotta do better. Like, my goal is to get as many people running and experiencing the positivity and the community that this sport does have to offer.
Again, I just like... He says that's his goal, is to get as many people out there as possible. That's like, sure, that's like the cool thing to say, like that's the right thing he should say. But I'm not saying he doesn't completely not care about the running community in any way. But I'd be cautious when people come out and say stuff like this. Like, you can't buy all the words he's saying right now.
There are moments in life where, as humans, you have to take a reflection of yourself.